Today we're going to be taking a look at the DJI Mini 4 Pro and whether or not it's still worth buying considering that the DJI Mini 5 Pro launched just a couple months ago. Looking at a quick overview of the spec sheet, this has a 48 megapixel still camera and is capable of recording video at 4K 60 frames per second in HDR. In addition to this, it also has a 3-axis gimbal, and the camera is able to swivel to do both horizontal and vertical video shooting. It claims to be about 34 minutes of battery. However, in real-world testing, that depends a little bit more on how much video you're recording versus if you're just flying the drone without recording anything. In my experience, it's been closer to about 27 minutes if you're recording most of the time that you're flying. It also has a really good return to home feature, and the obstacle avoidance, at least in my testing, was pretty good. Now let's move on to some real-world testing, flying the drone, and taking some pictures and videos. The drone does really well, even in somewhat low light. I've flown it at dusk before, and it takes pretty good videos, and even if you mess with the settings, you could probably get better video than I did here, because you can adjust the manual exposure and get better results, but this was on auto, and it honestly is really good for what it is, and it could be even better if you mess around with the settings. So here's another example of me just flying it around, just trying to get some video of some nature, and in this case, this is about an hour before sunset, so you can see that it's getting a little bit darker, and there is a little bit of noise in the footage, but I think it's still completely usable video in this case. And like I mentioned earlier, you can flip the camera so that it can record vertically. So here's an example of what that looks like. And actually this looks really good. So if you were to use this for some sort of social media video, I think this would be a pretty good and high quality option for that. Here's a couple videos I took of me testing the subject tracking feature on the drone, and you'll see at a couple points throughout the video, it actually does a really good job avoiding some trees and branches, and it also does a pretty good job of tracking the car even when we go under some branches and trees. Overall, I'm pretty impressed, and I'm really impressed with the obstacle avoidance feature, which works really well in broad daylight or when there's lots of light. However, one of the only downfalls of this drone is that when it starts to get a little bit darker, sometimes it'll pop up with a message telling you that obstacle avoidance is not available because it's too dark. And this is something that I think the DJI Mini 5 Pro fixes because it has LiDAR sensors. I don't know if that's totally worth an upgrade because the Mini 4 Pro does basically everything I want it to do. Here's an example of a 48 megapixel picture taken by this drone, and we're going to compare it with a 12 megapixel version of the same picture. You can see that there is more detail in the 48 megapixel picture, but you can also see that it doesn't look super crystal clear. It's a little bit grainy, and it kind of does the iPhone thing where it almost looks like an oil painting, but regardless, this is a pretty impressive picture for coming out of a drone like this. So overall, this drone does a really good job of taking both pictures and videos, and it does a really good job of doing the extra things like the tracking, the obstacle avoidance, and some of the other features that it has that it does really well. And I really don't see anything wrong with this drone, so I don't see a reason to upgrade to the Mini 5 Pro, but if you had the option to get the Mini 5 Pro and you don't already own the 4, I would say it's probably better to step up to the 5, but if the Mini 4 Pro goes on sale, which it did last year at a pretty significant sale, I think both on Amazon and at Costco physically in stores, it might be worth picking up the Mini 4 Pro just because it's a really good drone at a really good price. There's no real negatives or no real downsides to this drone. It's really good at what it does, takes really great videos, it flies super well, it's really good at holding still, especially when there's lots of wind, so it's a really solid product overall, and it's definitely still worth buying or still worth looking into. Even though there's already a newer model out, I think it's still a great drone to consider, and it's fun to look at, fun to use. If you enjoyed this kind of video, consider subscribing, leave a like so that other people can find it, and let me know in the comments what you think I should do differently next time. Thanks for watching.